Every year, over 5 million passengers flow through the gates of Liverpool John Lennon Airport. It's a thriving, award-winning modern facility, handling dozens of daily flights to Europe and North Africa. But look closely at the branding, and you'll notice an anomaly. Passengers are greeted by a 51-foot steel yellow submarine, a bronze statue in the check-in hall, and a motto painted on the roof reading, "Above us, only sky." It is the only airport in the United Kingdom named after a pop star. This map shows exactly why that unique branding exists. Liverpool's airport sits 30 miles from Manchester Airport, the region's massive aviation hub. For decades, this proximity was a geographical curse. Liverpool was caught in Manchester's gravitational pull, losing the battle for airlines and travelers. To survive an existential threat of that size, pouring new concrete was insufficient. Liverpool had to engineer an entirely new identity. The facility actually began as a vital piece of national infrastructure. Opened to the public in 1933 as Speak Airport, it boasted a pioneering Art Deco passenger terminal and central control tower, handling heavy demand for flights across the Irish Sea to Dublin and Belfast. When the Second World War broke out, civil aviation halted completely. The Royal Air Force requisitioned the airfield, transforming it into RAF Speak. The government built secret shadow factories directly on the estate. Thousands of workers manufactured and assembled heavy military aircraft, including over 1,000 Handley Page Halifax bombers and American Mustang fighters shipped in parts to the Liverpool docks. The airfield even saw direct combat. In October 1940, a pilot in a Hawker Hurricane took off from Speak, spotted a German Junkers 88 bomber, and shot it down while his plane's landing gear was still retracting. It remains the fastest air-to-air kill of the Battle of Britain. Yet, after the war ended and the jet age arrived, that momentum stalled. The Ministry of Aviation prioritized the nearby Manchester facility, equipping it with the region's only ground-controlled radar approach unit. Airlines naturally followed the better technology and the larger population base. Speak's heroic military record and massive industrial output offered no protection against the commercial market. Without airlines, the airfield rapidly slid toward obsolescence. To save the facility, the city physically rebuilt it. They moved the operational footprint, laying down a 7,500-foot runway in 1966 for 24-hour flights. By 1986, the Art Deco terminal was decommissioned, replaced by a modern building next to the new runway. They moved thousands of tons of concrete and steel, but the structural upgrades failed to stop the bleed. Passengers continued to drive right past Liverpool to catch their flights out of Manchester. The turning point arrived in the late 1990s with the rise of EasyJet, Ryanair, and the budget airline model. To keep ticket prices low, carriers avoided massive, expensive hubs. They sought secondary, regional airfields with cheap landing fees. Liverpool fit the profile perfectly. Securing budget airlines was only half the equation. The airport still had to convince the traveling public to break their habits and voluntarily choose a smaller, secondary facility over an established international hub. A new runway can handle airplanes, but it cannot persuade people. To pull travelers away from Manchester, Liverpool needed a distinct psychological hook. In the year 2000, operators initiated a £42 million expansion to triple passenger capacity. But this time, they paired the construction with a total, unapologetic rebrand. In 2001, 21 years after his death, Speak Airport was officially renamed Liverpool John Lennon Airport. This move ignored traditional aviation metrics. Instead of boasting about transit times or radar systems, the airport tapped directly into the intense local pride of Merseyside and the global recognition of the Beatles. They backed up this cultural identity with an operational model specifically engineered for budget travelers. The facility actively marketed itself as the faster, easier, friendlier alternative to navigating a congested megahub. This line chart tracks the result of that strategy. Annual passenger volume spiked from under 1 million in the late 90s to over 5 million following the rebranding. Taking John Lennon's name proved to be a highly calculated competitive advantage, one that insulated Liverpool from its giant neighbor and saved the airfield from closure. Today, the award-winning modern terminal operates in stark contrast to the physical relics left behind by its turbulent history. The original 1930s building was rescued from dereliction. Its Art Deco facade is now preserved as a hotel, with a collection of heritage aircraft permanently parked on the old concrete apron outside. Meanwhile, the modern facility is looking outward. The airport's 2050 master plan aims to double passenger capacity and extend the runway to secure direct transatlantic flights to North America. Pouring concrete and directing steel provides the physical space for airplanes to land, but infrastructural survival in a crowded market requires adapting to the economy, carving out a strategic niche, and embracing a unique cultural soul.